Our 17 follow-up file, a bullying incident involving a middle schooler allegedly tormented by two high school students led to a heartwarming community moment this morning.
Community members surprised the boy at home to escort him back to school. 17's Michaela Armstrong's in East Bakersfield with the uplifting story.
Turning a negative into a positive was the goal Friday, starting with changing the way the young victim in that viral bullying incident looked at heading to and from school.
Whoa, that's a Corvette.
Middle schooler Carter LaShaw woke up to dozens of luxury vehicles in his driveway, ready to take him to school after he was tormented on camera by Golden Valley High School bullies, forcing him to lick one teen's shoes. Amir Hamad worked with Porsche Bakersfield to make it happen and said he wanted to help LaShaw cheer up after the incident.
Each and every single one of us have been through something like that. And because of that, I wanted to show Carter that he's special and bullying has no place here. No kid should ever have to go through that and be robbed of their smile and their happiness. Every kid deserves to be happy.
And it paid off, as LaShaw, a car lover himself, couldn't have been more happy to ride to school in style.
The Corvette, I was pretty excited, and then that's when I saw a Corvette, so I was really happy. It's fun, and it's pretty cool that a lot of people showed up for me.
LaShaw also received a brand new iPhone and an outpouring of donations through a GoFundMe, totaling nearly $1,000, started by his neighbor, Anna Zendejas.
Me as a mom, when I seen it, I cried because I would never want my daughter to go through something like this. So knowing it was one of her friends, it really touched home.
Once mesmerized, LaShaw remembered his backpack. It was off to school. But going to school in a McLaren certainly puts bullies to shame. Now LaShaw can head to and from school without fear, and Zendejas says it is up to parents now to make sure this doesn't happen to anyone else.
That's where us parents have to step in and teach our kids that that's not okay to bully. It's not okay to make comments and make anybody feel that way.
This may not change what happened, but it is a start to moving forward. Michaela Armstrong, 17 News.
So, I'm here at the library. I'm working on my paper. And at the same time, I'm browsing YouTube, just scrolling around, trying to keep my mind active on my paper, because it can get boring. But I'm also, just browsing YouTube. And I come upon this video and I see the title of it. And I'm like, what? And so I click on it. And I just started crying, man. To see what was done to this little boy, it brought me back to what happened to my son. And my son was done way worse. I'm not trying to weigh both situations. No, I'm not doing that at all, but I'm just saying all forms of bullying is horrible. All forms of it is horrible. And I cried and I had tears for two reasons. The trauma that it caused my son and the anger that it caused me brought all that back. And secondly, because of the outpouring of love that this young boy and his family received from strangers, total strangers. When you think the world is just terrible, there are great people out here. There are caring people out here. And they're not asking for anything in return. They just care because they care. And they have a heart. They have a heart. And I'm happy for that little boy. I'm happy for him that he received all that love. What was done to him was not right. When he got slapped across his face, I just thought about how my son was violently attacked. And what made me so angry was that when he showed me where he was assaulted, it happened right across the street from the barber shop. And I asked the owner, hey man, does your camera show what happened? And he's like, no, it wasn't working, it wasn't on. And I ain't believe him. I ain't believe him. Because all that was in my mind was, you trying to protect those other children that assaulted, stomped, beat, kicked my son. And you don't want to show your camera so we can't help the police officers them for help me? Yeah. It happened right across the street. And the camera's pointing in the direction of where this assault happened. Yeah. And so, also, where it happened at, there was another camera there at this warehouse. I went inside and asked them. I asked the supervisor, oh, it wasn't working. So nobody helped, man. Nobody helped. How did this affect my son? Oh, it affected him, all right. It affected him. Caused a lot of, well, besides the physical pain, besides the concussion, it caused a lot of anxiety, fear, emotional trauma, and anger. He had a lot of anger. That was what? 2 years ago? And so he went through that, and he kept all that anger in, kept all that hurt in. I didn't know. It was until one day I went into his bedroom. I think I already shared the story already. I don't really want to go back over that. But just, I share a little piece of it. And I just saw he wrote something in his closet on the wall, and that right there alerted me and caused me to say, wait, something's going on here. And then, I find out that he was dealing with suicide ideation. So I had to deal with that. We had to work on that. And so to this day, man, we're in 2024 now. Today is August 11th. I'm sorry, August 31st. Today's the 31st. And I know why I said August 11th, because my last video, the whole what happened over there in Clarendon. Yeah, that horrific crime and act of terrorism that rocked that community, rocked those family. That's why I said August 11th. I guess that's still fresh on my heart. Forgive me for that. But yeah, we're still, he's still angry. He's still angry. And then, we left. We used to live in Philadelphia, so we left from there. And now we've been down here and, hoping that it would have helped, a change of scene, a change of environment, especially just to get away from that community where he got jumped at twice, by the way. So, yeah, it happened near our home. So I felt that moving away from there would have helped. No, it hasn't helped. But, I'm not giving up on my son. And, I still talk to him and try to counsel him, and I pray for him, and that's not going to ever change. I'm going to continue to do those things and continue to love him. Yeah, so watching that video and seeing what happened to this young boy, man, it just made me emotional, but I wanted to share it. Just wanted to share it. I've never been bullied. No, I never go through that before. What I've been through is, people try to test me. Yeah, I've been through that. They might try to test me and get me out of my character. So, I have to stand up to them and stand up for myself and defend it. I've been jumped once. Yeah. And it was just the mercy of God how I got out of that with just a scrape on my elbow. And them give me some kick and some lick to my system. But it was like I didn't even feel it. So I thank God for that. And I didn't have a concussion. I thank God for that. So I understand. Anyway, just wanted to share this. Just let it out. Just let it out. All right, I'm out. I'll get back in this library and continue work on this paper. I just uploaded it to turn it in, and I saw what my percentage was. I need to have it 25 and under, so I'm above 25. But I'm changing some more of the sentences around and using some different words. I thought I did a pretty good job on it. But yeah. Anyway, I don't know how to end this video. I guess best way for me to end this video is by saying I appreciate what those persons did for that little boy. I appreciate that, man. That was so lovely, man. That was so lovely. That was very kind of them. God bless them for that. And we definitely need more acts like that. Oftentimes you hear people say, oh, we need more people like you. There are people. Listen, the songwriter says, I shook my fist to heaven and said, God, why don't you do something? And God said, I did. I created you. So you can be that person. You can be the difference maker in a community, in your town, in your city, in your home, in your family, on your job. You can be that difference maker. Instead of looking for people like what you're about to see in this video, you can be that person then. And that was awesome. The school had a free car show. The neighborhood had a free car show. This boy had a free car show plus a free car ride in a McLaren. Come on, man. come on, man. You telling me there's no God? Like, well, why did God allow it to happen? I don't know why God allowed it to happen. I guess maybe so that he can show that there's people like that. Who cares? Who's not gonna just sit back and say, yeah, I saw the video from the house and what they did. Oh, that's so sad. Oh well, and move along. No, they didn't just say, oh well. They was like, what? Nah. We're not supporting no bullyism. We're not supporting no butt up thing. We're not condoning that, right? So, yeah. Hopefully, those kids who did that to that young boy, hopefully those kids' family, dealt with those children, their kids. I don't know. Hopefully they did. But there's still great people out here in the world, despite how evil some people are. Not everybody is evil, right? Anyway, continue to live on purpose, godly purpose.